Maybe you've heard about Adobe's Creative Cloud, but you're still not completely sure what it is. Simply put, it's a whole new way of working and creating, giving you everything you need to do your best work. When you join Creative Cloud, you get all the same state-of-the-art creative tools you've always used and loved. Tools like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Premiere Pro, but they've been completely reinvented to support a more intuitive and connected way of creating. Plus, you have access to brand new tools like Adobe Muse and Edge tools and services for building beautiful modern websites. With one membership, you get every Adobe creative tool so you can constantly experiment and expand your skills. And the very latest features are always available to you when you're ready to download and install them. Creative Cloud lets you work from anywhere, on any device, wherever you are and with anyone you want. You can sync your files to the cloud to work on them later, access them from another device, or share your files and collaborate with a team. In fact, Creative Cloud was specifically designed to streamline the way creatives work together. You can set up private folders, choose your collaborators, manage versions, and capture all the activity related to your projects all in one place. And with the integration of Behance, the world's leading creative community, you can showcase your work to millions, get feedback, and get exposure. From right within Photoshop CC, you can post your designs to your Works in Progress portfolio on Behance, and then get instant feedback from your trusted peers. You can also explore and discover the world's best work from leading creatives, peers, and people you know. Behance ProSite is also included with your membership. It's a fully customizable professional online portfolio on your own URL. With ProSite, keeping your portfolio up to date becomes easier than ever. You can also build and publish websites, mobile apps, and iPad applications. It's all included in your membership. Download the creative apps from the cloud to your desktop and use them the same way you always have, whether you're connected to the internet or not. You have a central dashboard to help you keep track of your entire creative universe. Your ideas, files, fonts, colors, settings, and updates and upgrades to your desktop apps, as well as your collaborators and community activity. And you have access to a growing library of tutorials and inspirational content. It's all available in real time wherever you happen to be. Creative Cloud evolves as you evolve and gives you everything you need to keep up, so you can experiment, innovate, and embrace whatever's next. Create now.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and we're now live. So, in a few minutes, about to begin gamification in the modern classroom. So, it's Saturday. Okay, it's a rainy day here in the south. Okay, of Metro Manila. I don't know what. Comment down. What's the weather in your area? And of course, we will be giving away LinkedIn Business Premium subscriptions. So inviting everyone to register. Also, we will be doing a raffle draw. Inviting everyone to comment down hashtag gamification to be included in our raffle draw. Okay, so once more, giving you another 5 minutes to register and to invite your friends to whom they might find this live stream beneficial and educational. Once more, giving you 5 minutes, guys. Please share our live stream and comment down hashtag gamification to be included in our raffle draw and register now.
We actually just used Adobe Express for one of our most visible engagements at the MetLife Stadium where the Giants and Jets play. And we actually got the opportunity to have Codehouse branding throughout the game. So on the big screens, on these giant pylons, and our creative director, Madison Mativier, who is a Howard grad, designed everything for us and utilized Adobe Express for that. So it was really a surreal moment to see it firsthand, like standing over you and see Codehouse in big letters on top. It was just an amazing thing. Marketing is really big for us, and we get a lot of our supporters, and we actually get a lot of our outreach to the students that we want to impact via social media. So all our social media campaigns, our newsletter, and all that will be utilizing Adobe Express for that as well.
Your video has a brand new hero, the cursor. Camtasia has always had advanced controls for your cursor, but with Camtasia 2022, we've vastly improved the cursor capabilities with cursor scaling and path editing. Camtasia 2022 allows you to bring new focus and engagement to your videos by replacing your computer's old, small cursor with one that you can scale up to nearly any size. No more blurry or pixelated cursors. And cursor path editing, an absolute game changer. If you don't like where you started or stopped your cursor during your recording, or you were moving it around too much while recording, you can completely change the way your audience sees your cursor's path. Or scrap your cursor's original path and easily make a new one from scratch. You can even take static images, like Snagit screenshots, and add a cursor path to draw your viewer's attention. Turn a still image into an animated demonstration that focuses attention in a more engaging way. Whether you have a screen recording or a screenshot, say goodbye to re-recording from cursor slip-ups. And the cursor is only the beginning. From the moment you open Camtasia 2022, you'll see the difference. A new home screen experience gives you quick access to essential resources. No more hunting for what you need. Tutorials, creation tools, assets, product support, it's all right here. And with new and improved Camtasia syncing, TechSmith Audiate makes editing audio and now video as easy as editing text in a document. As always, Camtasia 2022 allows you to send your audio to Audiate for editing, but now it's even better. Audiate can apply your audio edits and sync your new edits in the Camtasia video as well. You can now edit your videos as you edit your audio. There's no faster way to edit your video and create professional quality audio at the same time. Need some inspiration or a head start on your project? Camtasia 2022 now provides you with tons of new modern assets that are ready for you to combine and customize to match your style. This includes a brand new library stocked with tons of assets and animated elements. And we've added some new visual effects that will really take your videos to a whole new level. Add the new blend mode effect to completely change how your footage looks based on how it blends with the layer below it. Windows users will now see two new effects that Mac users have enjoyed for some time. Spotlight, which highlights the sections of the video you want users to focus on, and outline edges to make your content pop off the screen. Cursor scaling and path editing, Camtasia Home, Audiate syncing with your video, brand new visual effects, and those are just the headlines. But Camtasia 2022 is packed with awesome new features that will help you make better videos in less time. Every upgrade of Camtasia receives our Camtasia maintenance, which means next year's upgrade is free. Get Camtasia 2022 today.
100 Cameras is a nonprofit that was created in 2008, and what we do is we teach photography and storytelling to youth all over the world. Recently, we implemented a program in Bangalore, India, and it was incredible. We received the photographs back that the students take and all of the materials that they complete throughout the program, and just sort of see what they care about. There's beautiful details of flowers and green lush fields, and so being able to stitch together those images into a grid and share that as a collection, as a gallery, literally takes the click of a button. And for a really small team like ours, it's critical to be able to have a tool that connects our viewers and our supporters to the mission directly, and that's the students who participate in our programs.
Okay, so without further ado, let me add in our sharer this afternoon. Hi, RJ.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sir Jomar and everyone that is currently watching. Ayan. Oh, wow. Ayan.
Okay, yan. Kahit even for me, it's my first time to hear about, of course, the traditional way of uh having things or teaching things in the classroom. Of course, is 'di ba? We do homeworks. The
Yes.
teacher ask questions to the students. I think this
Normal
is a
na
modern way of course, this modern age, of course,
Mhm.
the generation, even our generation, the millennial and the Gen Z, are all into gaming and spends a lot of time in the internet and social media. And I truly believe that uh, having those having those educational objectives be gamified. So what's in store for us, Sir RJ, this afternoon?
Ayan. So, basically kasi ang topic natin for today is i-breakdown kasi natin yung misconception. Like, alam naman natin, when parents kasi sinabi, "Oh, gamification, ano yun, magi-games yung mga bata." 'Di ba parang napaka-unproductive naman nun. It's cool, bakit kayo magi-game? So, be-breakdown natin yon and then explain natin, step by step, paano ba natin integrate or paano natin i-ga-gamify yung traditional or yung old way of teaching and bringing it to the next level para sa mga bagong henerasyon ng mga kabataan ngayon. Kahit hindi naman bata, kahit nga sa mga trainings, 'di ba? Companies, business owners, paano natin ga-gamify yung trainings natin para hindi boring at hindi gano'n ka, alam mo yun, silent, parang may cricket noises 'pag nga nagpapa-training tayo or nagpapaklase tayo, ayan.
Yan. And for those who are not familiar, Sir RJ, you're also a gamer, right?
Yes, of course naman po, ayan.
Oh, and in
Napaka
addition, Sir RJ is also a Twitch streamer. So someone is asking here, what are your ano daw? What are your top 3 favorite games of all time?
naku,
Just to
of
warm things
all
up.
time. Actually, di ko alam kung familiar kayo, eh. Kung familiar kayo sa Captain Commando na beat 'em up games ng Capcom dati, yung nilalaro sa arcade. Ayan, isa yun. Currently nilalaro namin Overwatch and siyempre Generals, ayan yung RTS games. Actually, may kopya pa
Ah.
kami ngayon, eh, naglalaro kami from time to time ng Generals tsaka Red Alert. Ayan, mga RTS. Yan mga all-time favorites talaga na hinding-hindi puwedeng mawala sa list ng games natin.
Ayan. So while Sir RJ, I think Sir RJ is going to share some slides. Let me remind everyone, we have now 5 entries. Comment down,
Yan.
hashtag gamification. Preferably daw in uh, Mekani Web.
Ayan, teka lang.
And for all who are into digital creativity, may it be Photoshop, video editing, inviting everyone to join us in Digital Creatives Philippines and our Adobe community. Please join us there for you to be updated on our advocacies and absolutely free live trainings.
Yes. Ayan.
Ayan, so this is not a conversation between me and RJ alone. Inviting everyone to, comment down your thoughts, ask
Ask
questions.
questions.
So once more, this is another sort of community town hall meeting where we get to share our experiences, knowledge. Once more, knowledge sharing.
Ayan.
And
Hello nga po pala. Ayan, sorry sir, basahin ko lang.
yep,
Hello Sir Luke Holland from Sydney, and good afternoon po.
and
Okey 'to.
so I guess we'll do our best to not speak in Tagalog.
Oh, yes. Oh.
But
Magkano
really, this is
salita mo
really
yan.
a fun way, and I'm actually struggling hard to learn Unity, and I would like to possibly try this one as well. Creating a game that will be an educational game,
Yes.
probably.
Okay.
Okay, take it away, Sir RJ.
Thank you,
Let's
Sir
press
Jomar.
start. Let me press start.
Thank you. Yeah, good afternoon everyone sa lahat po ng nanonood or everyone who's currently watching our live stream. So we are here with MechaniWeb Digital Creatives Worldwide. So we are here to discuss about gamification in the modern classroom. Now, this topic before, I already proposed this to our previous school. Actually, it is one of the hindi naman masyadong problem, but they see it as a problem kasi. Some other teacher, traditional teacher, sees gamification in modern classroom as a problem. Hindi natin alam eh kasi they are sanay na. Sanay na sila dun sa old way of teaching, like the normal teacher-centered, student-centered way of teaching. If you guys know what kind of teaching methodology those are the traditionals eh. Currently, we are struggling on how we could actually teach our students the modern way. Kasi most of them have limited we call this attention span based on studies kasi based on studies that we have checked, we have researched before, most students, most people, not students alone, most people only have like 30-second attention span when it comes to everything. That's why if there is nothing moving on screen, there's nothing that you're reading on screen, you don't hear anything, as in wala. Attention mo minsan makikita mo lang anong uulamin mamaya or what should I eat later instead of like listening to the class, listening to the actual topic at hand, 'di ba? So, paano ba natin i-integrate? Paano natin i-level up? How can we level up our teaching? How can we level up the trainings? Classroom type or in business, in companies? How? Everything. How? That's the question. That's the main question that we will be answering for today. So, if you are here, if you're watching, please let me know what kind of industry you are in. Para at least if we have time, we can connect the topic as well to your industry, not just for modern classroom. But again, we will be talking about topics for the modern classroom as our main topic, our main concern. But if you have like other industries na gusto nyong i-tackle, then why not? We'll give it a shot to connect everything para naman you will have the answer to your questions regarding in your industries. So let's start with gamification in business muna. So in this way kasi para ma-realize so you guys could know what's the connection of gamification in a non-game environment. Umpisahan muna natin in a term na medyo maintindihan ng lahat. Okay? If you guys are familiar with all of these icons, with these logos up front, panigurado naman hindi nyo mamimistook or mistake yung ating first logo, which is yung kulay green na sirena or the green mermaid on the left side of the screen, which is Starbucks. Tama ba ako?
Yep, Starbucks.
Starbucks. Ayan. Question sa ating mga viewers. Nakailang stickers na ba kayo? Nakailang stars na ba kayo currently? Ayan, Sir Jomar, kayo ba?
Well,
Nakakailan na ba?
I am mostly in the competitor,
Oh,
kay
the
Joe,
other,
kay Joe. Mostly with Joe
yeah,
nowadays.
ayan. Dati, di ba, parang most of us, uy, we need to stars. Tara, let's go to Starbucks. Ako na malilibre. Just give me those stars para makollect natin yung super rare planner, hashtag planner ng Starbucks, etc. etc. Di ba? Pero di ba kayong tataka, like, don't you have like questions like when did this start? Where did they get the idea of Star Awards, rare planner, tumblers, etc. etc. Oh, free cake whenever you have your birthdays before. Ewan ko lang ngayon, parang wala na ata siya ngayon. So those kind of rewards, where did they come from exactly? Ngayon, let's proceed to the next two icons on the right side. Some of you may not know this icon. Some of you, like those who are familiar with RTS games and with tabletop games, those who are on the right side, the World of Warcraft and Dungeons and Dragons are like tabletop simulation games that is basically being played by most people on the West, like US, Canada, ayan, yung mga ganyan. Here in the Philippines, I only see like a few people play Dungeons and Dragons in the World of Warcraft. Yung iba, mas kilala yan as Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos, Dota, ayan. Those kind of games. Siguro, when you hear the Dota 1 as in yung unang-unang Dota, Warcraft. Ayan. It's a large lore creating game, tabletop game or RTS game. Yeah. So Dungeons and Dragons is more like a imagination focused tabletop game in which you have to create your own characters. You have to play with other people, roll some dice, get some boards. Tapos you have this mini figurines that you put on the table, and you have like a dungeon master, a game master to explain the whole story of the game or the whole campaign. Ngayon, you might be wondering, what's the connection of these two? Isa games, you're talking about, Sir RG, you're talking about game simulation. Isa naman is business, we're talking about coffee, frap, and other iced coffee flavored products, right? Dairies. Actually, in April 2008, for those who doesn't know, Starbucks Car Rewards program started. So that's a very, very long time ago. It's more than 10 years, I think. Those idea, the reward program system idea ni Starbucks actually came from a Starbucks staff who is a level 70 paladin and a clan chief of World of Warcraft. The idea of the reward system actually came from the game World of Warcraft and Dungeons and Dragons. So, how? Anong connection? Paano na-integrate si World of Warcraft kay Starbucks? Gaining experience in a game leads you to gaining points. Experience points that you allocate to your skills or your items, armors, and stuff like that. Kinuha nila yun. They got the idea. That specific person suggested this game design, this game principle, and integrated it to Starbucks rewards program, that people who are loyal to the brand, they give specific rewards for them for every time they purchase yung products ni Starbucks. The reward system or reward programs po ng World of Warcraft na nagsimula sa isang level 70 paladin chief, in-integrate niya yun at pinropose sa Starbucks, and mostly all of the business owners are actually adopting this reward system. Kahit pumunta kayo sa kahit nga small owners, business owners meron na silang ganitong klaseng reward systems na dati hindi natin iniisip na baka sa Starbucks or maybe it's exclusive to Starbucks. Now everything, like mostly lahat, even business owners for their staff and employee have this reward system already. But that reward system all started in a concept from a game, the World of Warcraft. You see, gamification is getting that principle or design from a game and integrating it to a non-game environment. Tulad ng paulit-ulit kong sinasabi kanina, like what I've been telling you guys all over and over again. This is to tell you that we can integrate two different things to our business or in our school, in our learning environment, to liven things up. Diba? Isipin nyo lang, like if we have everything game-like, meron tayong game principles in our classroom, in our environment, in our companies. hindi siya boring. Diba? We will be motivated to work and to study. But to further discuss, ano ba talaga si gamification? The term itself, gamification, let's remove business, school. Let's start with the word gamification. So, in summary, it is using game design and elements in learning environments or industry. But there's a different branch ni gamification na nahati to two. Or mayroong synonym or mayroong partner si gamification, game-based learning. So gamification and game-based learning are kind of the same but different in some way. What do I mean by that? So they are both strategies to promote engagement and sustain motivation. Tulad ng sabi ko kanina, in learning and in business. However, so si gamification can be distinguished in this kind of scenario. So gamification, integration of game elements like pointing systems, leaderboards, badges, or other elements related to game into conventional learning activities. So in order to increase engagement from students or staff. So it can also bring motivation. For example, let's say an online discussion forum. So it may be school related or company related or kahit community related. So for example, for online discussions, it can be gamified via badge systems. So an ideal gamified learning environment, for example, for every time that there is someone that is posting or communicating or let's say participating in the community, they receive a badge. So for example, digital creatives online for worldwide. For every time that you join our live streams, you will get a badge. Or let's say you'll have like a privilege in our coming soon servers or something like that. So we will gamify your interactions and reward you for your actions. So those are examples of gamification. So it will also give the ideal learning environment for students that they can see the badges in their they can show it to their peers, to their parents, to their colleagues, and have the sense of competition and camaraderie. Competition in a good way, not in a bad way. We will discuss more about this so-called competition in our next slide. While on the other hand, see game-based learning under gamification, in contrast, involves designing learning activities so that the game characteristics and game principles in here, so within the learning activities themselves. For example, let's say economic course or let's say a simple study course. Students might compete in virtual stocks, 'di ba sa economics, may virtual stock trading competition or if you're into political science, we have role play of let's say mock negotiations, 'di ba? Or involving labor disputes. So may mga mock and simulations tayo. Game-based learning is designing your materials to learning activities that is characterized as game principles, if that makes sense. And for those who are just watching the stream, hello and welcome po ulit. We are tackling about gamification in the modern classroom. Good afternoon, Sir Fabriciano and Ms. Nelsie. Hello, good afternoon. So, to summarize gamification, currently we have the game designs and principles. We just integrate it into our environment. Well, game-based learning, on the other hand, is we design our activities, our lessons that has like game design and principles to our current lessons. So, ganun yung gagawin natin. Those are what we're going to do. Game-based learning and gamification. Okay? So, how do we integrate game design and elements with teaching. And focus muna tayo sa teaching. Let's focus on classroom environment. Okay? But here's a reminder. Again, no, we are not actually playing games. Okay, we are not going to open applications such as World of Warcraft, Valorant, Dota, or Super Mario or whatnot. We are not playing games. We are not going to open applications in our classrooms just to do gamification. No, we are integrating the gameplay, the game designs and principles to our classroom. Gamification in education means that educators apply game design elements to an educational setting. So the goal is usually to make learning more engaging, breaking the concept of a game down into a constituent game design elements, which is actually tricky kasi, considering how vast the difference are among, say, chess, The Sims, the game The Sims, and Tag. Those are games, but how will you integrate those game designs into teaching? So this is a tricky part, but I hope you stay and check into our step by step on how do we gamify our classroom. So as many games that there are always level. There are always stages that we should go first to without any shortcuts before we proceed to the final stage. Okay, so level 1, let's start with setting the main success criteria. So what do you mean by success criteria? Which is, eto po yun, we have to identify the main goal in which you will evaluate their experience. Okay, what do we mean by that? You as the educator, you as the trainer, you have to evaluate what you have to set. As a trainer, as an educator, what is your success criteria? So for me, for example, when I was teaching before, my success criteria is always 100% participation from students and an 80% passing rate of the students per grading period. Why 80% only? Bakit hindi po 100%? Why not 100%, Sir RJ? Every student has different learning methods, or they have many different learning ways. As for me, for example, ako po, my learning way or yung aking learning methodology or yung aking kung paano po ako natututo, I'm more on a hands-on guy. If I don't do it personally, chances are 40% of the thing that you've taught me is lilipad lang po, or it will just go over my head if I don't actually practice what you are teaching to me. So I'm on a more an experienced hands-on person. But some students are auditory. Once they hear it, they process it, they learn it, they keep it. Some are visuals. So let's say, pag nakita nila yung presentation, you have these visuals on board, they will learn it right away. Kaya po, 80% passing rate lang for my success criteria is for me to learn what kind of learning methodology or learning ways my students have. But what I need is 100 participation from my student, 100%. So I can categorize them to different categories: visual learners, auditory learners, hands-on learners, etc., etc. So I could categorize and set my main goal for each category or each group of students. So of course, our main success criteria should be SMART. We have to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely, of course. So what would the student achieve at the end of the semester, and how will they achieve it? Those kind of success criteria and goals yung kailangan or what we need to learn. So for grading period, prelims, midterms, finals, yung progressive learning nila, how would you set your main success criteria? Okay? Medyo mahirap and the first time teachers or trainers kasi you don't have yet the experience, but for the first time trainers and educators, use your experience as a student to set your main success criteria. Like for example, when the first time I've taught in school setting, I have no idea how to handle the students. So what I did was to explore or reminisce my school days and wonder how could I improve the classroom setting if I was the one handling the classes. So when I did that, I told myself, oh wait, I remember not all students in the class are participating. So when I was the one teaching up front, my success criteria is 100% participation from all of my students. So that's part one. That's stage one. You can't do the others if you don't have your success criteria first. Set up your success criteria, then we'll move on to the next level, which is our second part is keep the learning objectives close. Iba yung success criteria, iba po si objective natin. Gamification helps your learners achieve the required knowledge and skills. But what's next? Diba? Per class, there should be an objective aligned to the success criteria. So, tulad ng sabi ko nila, like what I said earlier, 100% participation from the class. So, what would your learning objective be if your main success criteria is 100% participation? So, we could say that, okay, my objective, my learning objective for today is for my students to give feedback, a short essay or a presentation in their own way. Again, in their own way, creative freedom. So they can tell me their feedback from what they have learned for today. So you can see it gives me the satisfaction that, oh, they will participate since they will be motivated to do this feedback in a creative way, in a way that they will enjoy, in a way that they will know that, oh, I remember this part, not all of it, but I remember this part in which, oh, yeah, this is what he told me. Oh, yes, this is what Sir RJ taught me. So having these learning objectives close to your success criteria is a step-by-step way of gamifying your classroom. For example, each objective should help students progress to the next levels, achieve their required knowledge and skills. For the most part, for IT people, for IT students, mostly what I do is they will have to think that they are from an IT firm. So, simulation. They have to do what their boss needs to be done. So, for example, developing this kind of software for this kind of client. So, your objective is to finish this module by the end of the day or by the end of the week. So, step by step, they will reach their required knowledge and skills by the time they graduate, since they have this mindset already of what industry work would look like or feel like because of how you set the objective for their learning what do you call this, learning environment. Okay, keep your learning objectives close. If you have let's say, let's focus on business, let's focus on learning objectives for companies. What is the objective of the company? What is the objective of the training? Focus it on your success criteria as the trainer. Okay, for your success criteria for the company, sir, my focus is to at least have five people that will pass the evaluation after the training. Are you sure only five, not 100%? Yes, sir, only five, so that we could choose like the highest potential staff that we need. Okay, then your learning objective should be what? They should they should achieve the required knowledge and skill level by the end of the class or the training. So you should focus on topics. You should focus on ways how would you achieve that specific level. But wag naman yung biglaan na okay, after day 1 dapat you're professional already. No. Not everyone is not a professional at the first day. They need baby steps. You have to help them progress. You have to help them take it to the next level while feeling comfortable and motivated. Again, gamification should be having your learners focus on what's on hand, being motivated, reaching their learning objectives. Okay? So if it's clear, I hope that is clear. If not, just let me know on the comments if you have any questions or whatnot. Again, number 1, set the main success criteria for you as the learner, as the educator, to keep the learning objectives close based on your success criteria. Okay, if you're still here, just let me know. Comment down what kind of environment or industry you have, diba? Para naman we could actually set everything close to your environment. Para naman we can, connect with each other. Okay? So for those who are new, again, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. It's kind of rainy. Pero it is okay. Ayan. I don't know if everything is going well. If it's lagging, just let me know. Medyo naglalag po ba siya? I'm not quite sure.
Yep,
Medyo naglalag.
hearing you clearly, but for the video, for my side, I guess it's
Yes.
my bandwidth. It's lagging, but
Oh, okay. Because I've checked these streams as well if the video is going smooth or if there are any problems. Ayan. It's laggy. Okay. Audio is clear but the video is lagging. Okay, gotcha. Sige, let's proceed. Hopefully it will clear out kasi I think the rain is already stopped. So hopefully everything will go smoothly after a few minutes. Hopefully. Okay, let's proceed. So, number 3. Use levels for learning journey and preview progress. Some teachers might say, oh sir, that is hassle. Hassle naman po yan. Like, why should we actually do this learning progressions and, levels? Dodoble lang. May efforts will double or whatnot. Actually, it will give motivation to your students. Having them realize now, oh, this is my progress. Oh, this is my actual progression from the actual study group. Diba? So how will we actually do this? So with points and levels, you can actually track progress, achieve goals, and drive. Someone's calling. Drive a desired behavior for your students. And sorry about that. So going back. So what do we mean by this? How do we how do we track progress? For teachers, you all know that we have this book, diba? We have this Excel file of the students' grades. We have this specific way of tracking students' progress. What we just need to do is to visualize them not in a numbered way that will leak their final grades. A progress, diba? Or like let's say what they have achieved, their goals, diba? We just need to preview the progress, not actually give them the actual output. Since, diba, mostly we give the output by each end of the grading period. So, for example, for Dota, for Warcraft, every experience you do, every actions you do, it leads to an experience point gaining, and then you achieve a certain level. Then why not do that as well on your students, diba? Like for example, for me, instead of like giving them like a bar, like a progression bar, we have like modules. We have their goals set up, and they actually have like a different label for uh their progress. Like for example, you start as a private, like an army, then you proceed to a captain. You have to go for a general. You have to do to the chief or go to the chief level or something. You have this specific badges. You have this specific achievement goals or titles that you give to your students. You can track their progress by using those, or do use some of my what do you call this, some ways that you can track progress of your students. If I remember correctly, there is gamified task manager that can be found online. If I remember correctly, this was Offlight something. I don't remember. It was like an app that I use on my phone to track my notes and to-do list.
What I've seen
Or-
is Habitica.
Yeah, that one, sir. Habitica. That's the one I use to actually track my notes, to-do list. I use Habitica to create my own character, set up what my role is, then my habits, and my daily task. So, for example, here I'm opening my Habitica. So, for example, my habits are. Let me share my current screen.
And I'm sharing it now. Habitica.
There we go, sir. So, I also shared my screen for my stuff. Ayan. Actually, I stopped doing this because I have many stuff that I've been doing before. So, I have a party. So, you can party with your friends to actually do your tracking. So, for example, okay, to-do list. This is due 4 months ago. I've stopped doing this due to some problems with different people. Yeah. So I have my habits, I have my dailies, and my to-do list. A reminder for what I should do every month or every week. So for example, I have to complete dailies. So complete this. Then I have like 500, save 500 pesos per week. Stream on Twitch. And for money grind, this is for commissions. So you can add points to these habits, so you can keep track now. Oh, I've did this thing for like five consecutive times already. I have dailies, play Sudoku to keep my mind check, or exercise my brain. Website check up for my previous job. Check Twitch. Of course, play some refreshing games on mobile. Play Valorant. Check in Habitica. Log into work. Send reminders. Low class count report. This is the daily challenge from Habitica, which is read 5 pages from a book. So it tracks your dailies, your habits, and you can remind yourself, oh, due payment for credit, for payment, etc., etc. Check account for housing loan, blah 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 blah. But we also have uh for parties. There we go. We were supposed to defeat this guy. the necromancer by doing our dailies and habits. So this guy still have like 883 health out of 1,500. Most of us stopped playing Habitica since we've been busy for real work before. So you are damaging this boss by doing your dailies and habits. So in this way, you can actually use Habitica to your classroom to track your students' progress. Your students will party, have them partied up, do their dailies, their habits, and their to-do list, and defeat this guy. So this is work. This actually works especially for those who are doing, what do you call this, in classes, for online classes, diba? If you're using this in online class, they will actually be motivated to, oh, I need to do my assignments, I need to do this activity so we can defeat that guy. This guy, once defeated, gives us extra items. So if you do some items, actually you'll get mounts, you'll have armors to customize your character and stuff like that. Like for example, on my stable, I've collected a lot of mounts already by playing Habitica. See? So like collecting Pokemon creatures to your stuff. So, Sir Fabriciano, what extreme gamification have you experienced? Most actually, the extreme gamification that I did is for my last batch of students. I acted as a client for their accounting firm, quote unquote. Actually, I'll be discussing this again later on. But to summarize, the most extreme part is being harsh to your student. Since it's a simulation, they need to feel pressured and stressed because that will happen to them in the real industry. So I have to extremely give them the feel of irate clients and irate customers for them to accommodate in their groups, quote unquote, IT firms. So yeah, there we go. I will explain more regarding this, Sir Katipay. Don't worry. But for now, yeah, you can use Habitica for your online classes. You can use Habitica for your students and use Discord for a server. So for servers, so I hope most of you actually use Discord, not just Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger kasi it can be, cheated. They can say, oh, sir, I'm attending your class, but on the side, oh, I am currently playing a game. So sometimes teachers don't know that their students are playing games, etc., etc. So using Discord server like this one, so online class, so we have categories, important announcements, registrar inquiry, accounting inquiry, shared classes. So we have computer applications, multimedia streaming, and we have voice channels that they could go into. So teachers go into this class exclusive for this specific students. They cannot just enter the classes because most of the students have their roles that they cannot enter some part of the server if they are not part of a specific group. So IT students, they have all of these classes. They have all of these subjects. We have MMA students. We have lounge, like students can actually talk to each other and, share their struggles and whatnot. We also have student government office that they can share their thoughts to the student government, the batches. And we have command center. Like this is an exclusive channel for the teachers. Students cannot see these. So all of us, the teachers are here and we go to the voice channels to have like meetings and stuff. So there we go. So we have announcements and stuff like that here. So we use Discord server to actually organize our classes, because this was immediate. This was actually fast. We were told na, hey guys, you need to do online classes, but we haven't set up MS Teams for students just yet, or something like that. So we need to compromise and set up our own ways. So we did Discords instead, which is most of our students already have Discord. So we did just set up a server. So next, so that's how you do track progress. Track progress of your students by Habitica or Discord. You can share badges on Discord as well. So, oh, this dude has like the most achieved progress, something like that. So again, set the main success criteria, keep the learning objective close, and use levels for the learning journey and preview progress to your students. Next, for our next level, which is 4, we're almost halfway through. There we go. Amogus. No, I'm just kidding. Build a community. So they will be motivated by the team spirit and being better than the others, or helping others to be just as better. So having communities for your students motivates them. Like, let them have their own groups. Like, some teachers, some schools actually discourage students having groups, friend groups or circles. But for us, we encourage them to have their own circle. For example, some teachers prefer random appointment of group members. For me, I tell them, okay, who are you close to? Who are you working better with? Go to that group, and that will be your group for the whole term. So some may say, oh sir, magsasama-sama yung matatalino, tapos yung mga tamad magsasama-sama din. I don't think so. Why? If you have those kind of groups, those who are actually good, not so good, and the lazy ones, you will see that the lazy ones actually perform better than the actual people who have higher grades. Continuous no audio? Hi, Miss Jella. Do I have no audio, sir? I'm not quite sure. Okay, I have audio there. Never mind. Okay, okay.
Yep, for my end, I'm hearing you clearly. Possibly it's you, Miss Jella. Please
Okay,
recheck.
sorry. Kindly refresh your page, Miss Jella, so we can continue.
Yeah.
Okay, na
Thank
po.
you.
Okay. Thank you. So there we go. So what do we mean by this? Actually, most teachers and educators ignore this part. Let them have their own groups. Why? You will see that those lazy ones have their ways of presenting that is actually better than those who are having higher grades. Those lazy people get their way by, presenting how they feel it is right. They have this freedom. They have this creative freedom on performing that you will see, though, oh, their way of presentation is actually better than the other ones. You will see that those good people, that those smart people, they will compete with each other inside the group and will lead to something bad in the final presentation. But those who are lazy, they will say to themselves, oh, we need to show these people that we are better. We need to compete with those smart ones and tell them, we're the laziest bunch of people here in the class, but we're still better. You see, that's the community. That's the friendly competition. Diba? You have this community inside the class that will tell them, we got you guys, or something like that. It actually helps the whole class. If those lazy people presented well, those smart people will say, oh, we need to get back. Oh, we need to tell them, we need to show them that we are still better or something. It's like a friendly competition, But if it goes out of hand, just tell them off. This is just a friendly competition. You have to do better, but you don't have to make grudges or something like that. Team spirit, helping others be better. You will see that if, on the other hand, those lazy people are have no progress, those smart people will show their true colors. What do you mean by that? You will see that, oh, they are having problem. Let me help. If those kind of students show their true colors by actually helping those who are in need, you will see that, oh, this bunch is actually good. You will see their true colors, their behaviors, their personalities, that they will actually do good outside the school. It will help you as an educator and teacher to see what kind of students you are teaching. Are they the good ones or the not so good ones? If they're on the not so good ones, then you can guide them accordingly. But if they're already good, then push them to do better. But not in a most pressured way that they will collapse. Guide them accordingly, not in a stressful way. Okay? Just be stressful or whatnot by the end, like in a simulation way, not in a harsh way. Don't, choke them with medals. Teachers, educators, reminder, don't choke your students with medal pressures. Or for parents as well. It doesn't mean that your children is actually doing good in class. You have to pressure them to do better. Just be happy for them that they're doing good. Don't pressure them that, oh, you need to be better. Oh, you are good. What happened now? No, don't. They will collapse if you choke them with medals or with achievements. Just be proud of them. Okay? Build a community in which they will feel motivated. Build a community in which they will do better automatically. Build a community in which they will be just as better as you were. Okay? Don't tell them, oh, ako nga eh. Panahon ko nga nung ganito eh. No, don't. Just be proud of them. Okay? Build a better community. It starts with you as the educator, as the parent. It starts in the family. You have to do better if you want them to be better. Okay? So again, build a community, a better community for your learners. Next. Ayan. Ito yung sinasabi natin. This is what I've been talking about. Encourage friendly competition. Using leaderboards, like I've said earlier, you can give learners the power to compete while practicing skills and improving their learning. So do an actual inside the class competition. So for example, what I've told to Sir Fabriciano earlier, during midterms and finals on my classes, we do an IRL industry simulation. So during midterms, after they're done with the basics, I will tell them, okay, group yourselves whom which you are comfortable with, and then I will invite your group leaders to a certain room that I will talk to them and then give you your project. So those happened before. What we did is they appoint the best one. Most students do this. Oh, ikaw na lang yung maging leader kasi ikaw yung mas matalino. Which is a wrong move, actually. So they do this, and then the smart one will always understand what I'm saying, but they fail to share the ideas to their groups. They have this communication problem. So appoint your students, tell them, oh, it doesn't mean you're smart, you're the best. Nope. It always comes down to communication. Okay? If you're going to appoint a leader, or if you're going to appoint a leader in your group, appoint someone who has good communication. A good communication that will understand what the client needs and perfectly, or most of all, will understand and share how the ideas would be shared into the group. Okay? For example, this specific person is a people person. Appoint them as leaders because they will know how to share the words exactly. They will know how to explain everything. Some smart people are having a hard time explaining everything. So don't do that. Okay, don't let them lead the group to explain. Just have them on the right side of the leader doing the stuff. But if they have problem communicating, then you should actually help them communicate better. Okay? So like I've said, have them grouped into the ways that they wanted to be grouped, and then you will see what kind of people they are. They will see what problems they needed to encounter, and they will you'll see how they solve their problem. So, for example, meron tayong IRL simulation ng client and sila yung IT firms. Or kahit anong group ko, anong industry man. For me, for IT industries, the main part during midterms is for them to propose a system based on my needs. So usually, what I tell them, oh, I'm the owner of Mac Jolly Burgers. So it's a combination of McDonald's, Jollibee, and Burger King. So there we go. It's a startup company, a fast food dining company. We don't have system yet. We do everything manually. So what would you propose? So you will see how this leaders, so-called leaders, think. They will compete with one another. Oh, sir, we found out that this group is actually doing this feature, but we can do better. So a friendly competition in between groups. It will boost them, motivate them to do better. Practicing their skills and knowledge, but at the same time telling themselves na, oh, we need to do better. Why? Let's go on to the next part. After we encourage friendly competition, we will have reward system. That's the number 6. You can create awards, upload your own personal badges or so on using Discord and stuff like that. They can be more meaningful and learners will be more driven to gain them. Like, for example, what I usually do, if these people, this group successfully presented their projects during the finals, I give them what do you call this? Immunity. Okay? Immunity to what? Final exam immunity. So that's what I usually do. Their project score will be their exam score. Because they've done their best. They did a great job. So if they meet the criteria and stuff like that, I will give them immunity that they will no longer take the written exams. Reward system. So it will boost their motivation. Oh, we need to compete with these people. We need to do better because there's an immunity for the finals, which is finals is 60% of their grade. Or other examples, quiz exemptions, additional exam points, special role of the day. Like during my college days, this one professor from our class always have this activity by Friday. Every Friday we have a lab activity. And for the fastest one to finish the activity, he will bring out a small certification in frame, presenting it to that person, programmer of the week. And you have this trophy that you will maintain. So you need to fight for your position as the programmer of the week. So, a special role that you have every week, you'll have like additional quiz points if you hold that trophy. But, it's a friendly competition. It's a reward system / competition for everyone. So every time that we have a laboratory every Friday, 10-15 minutes before class, we review everything. It boosts the students to actually study because you have this king of the mountain kind of role that is presented to you once you have done these activities. You see, it's not that bad to have this reward system. Some parents say, some heads or supervisors say, no, you're giving this kind of reward system, isn't that food spoon, what do you call this? That term. Oh my god, I forgot about the term.
Spoon
What do you call
feeding.
those? Spoon feeding. There we go. Food spoon. Spoon feeding. Thank you, Sir Jomar. Some supervisors say that. Some colleagues say that. But for me, giving this reward system to your students, like what the one we heard from the first slide, which is the Starbucks reward system, you see that it brings customers. On the other hand, it will bring your students closer to your objective for them to learn because you have this reward system. Don't reward them stress. Don't reward them hardship, too much hardship. Reward them something that they will enjoy. Okay? Like for example, Special role, king of the mountain. You have to present them, oh, you're the best for this week, but you have to defend your title or something like that. So it's like a gamification. See, with this, other students will be motivated. Some will be demotivated. When that time comes, you need to think of another way to boost their motivation. So you have to think of ways that you will reward your students in a way that it will not show what they call this imbalance in the community that you've built. So what you need is a reward system that will not demotivate your students. Think of it carefully. Do not just give rewards out of nowhere. You have to reward these students or learners based on their progress. Again, you have to set your main criteria. Your objectives or learning objectives should be close to your main success criteria. Use levels for learning journeys. Show their previews, okay, their preview progresses. Build a community. Encourage friendly competition, and reward them for their good outcome. Okay, but what's this large question mark that we have here? This is the final one. This is the most important one. Analyze and take action. Like I've said, don't give a reward out of nowhere. Don't be one-sided to your students and learners. Don't focus on the smart ones. Don't focus on the lazy ones. 100% participation. Ask for feedback. You may create your surveys, okay, or have like an open forum or a discussion from students, or have them present a paper of their feedback. The learners should and will share their opinion regarding the learning experience. It will give you feedback on what you did before, okay? And it will help you do better on your next class. And you will hear that feedback as well, the good feedback. Like, for example, what I've heard before during my teaching days, I remember this clearly. The students are actually posting on my Facebook, "Sir, can we see your class schedules?" They're requesting for my class schedules, and I was asking why. Why you need my class schedules? Oh, sir, we wanted to enroll to your class again because the learning is good. The learning curve is good. It's not hard. It's understandable, and we enjoy the class. Hearing those words actually motivates me to do better when it comes to teaching before. But again, pandemic happened, so we move on to a different industry. But again, if given a chance, I will teach again and continue this kind of gamification in classes. So students will actually be motivated to learn more and, share what they learned in the class. Actually, some of my students are actually teaching now, and they are doing the same. They're doing gamification in classes, which is heartwarming. To see this kind of people do the same thing that you did before, and it's a legacy that you can call that these people are actually taking notes of what you did, and they did learn something from your classes. Ask for feedback, and then remodel your teaching methodology, your gamifying or gamification of classroom based on their surveys, based on survey result, based on their discussions or opinions regarding your learning experience. If you are a teacher as well, I can give you pointers as well on how can we do better in classes. But again, you can actually create your own gamification principle. Okay? For me, it's more on IRL simulations for the students, but at the same time, taking a close observation to see if they're actually learning or they're just going with the flow. Take note of that. Be careful of those students who are actually just wearing a mask that they are enjoying but are actually not. Some students are actually taking advantage of what you are doing. But if you are close enough on observing them, you will see that they are actually enjoying and not just putting a mask on. So if you enjoy this gamification inside the classroom, just give feedback on LinkedIn, on our group, Digital Creatives Worldwide, or in Mechanic or Sergio Mark. Give them feedback and whatnot. Actually, this is just one of the many things that we will be discussing in the future. So again, for summary, number one, set the main uh, criteria. Two, keep learning objectives close. Three, use levels for the journey and preview progress. Four, build a community. Five, encourage friendly competition. Six, reward system. And last, analyze and take action. It's your responsibility as the trainer and educator to improve. Okay? So now the question is, are you ready to take it to the next level? Teachers and educators, this is my challenge for you. Boost up the motivation of your students. They are our future. It depends on where they learn, who they learn from. It is our role as educators and trainers to partake the knowledge, give them the knowledge they deserve, and take it to the next level. So there you go. Thank you so much. That ends and concludes our presentations. If you have any questions, just let me know. Write in the comment below if any questions are in your mind. Ayan. So, Sir Jomar, there you go.
Yep. And thank you so much once more, Jella, Zuniega, Sebastian. Please
Thank
comment
you.
down gamification for our to be included in our raffle draw. Ayan. Same with our
Oh,
friend,
there we go.
yeah, Danica
Okay,
Luis Rosales. And thank you for joining us.
thank you. We
Okay,
also have,
first question.
yeah. Can you practice Ohana in gamification? Family, nobody's left behind. Actually, yes. We can actually do that, Sir Fabriciano. Number one, the term nobody is left behind. You can actually do this concept. For example, in a group setting, in a community team building, if one of them fails, all of them fails. What do you mean by that? It will boost their motivation. Oh, we need to help this guy understand the lesson and stuff like that. We need them to focus on helping one another. The meaning of Ohana means family, meaning as a family, they are tasked to help one another and to cover each other's weaknesses. So if you try to implement gamification in Ohana, you will have this one specific role, this one success criteria. If one of the class fails, all of them will fail. So what they need to do is to focus with each other's weaknesses and boost their chances of passing the class, not in a cheating way. If they cheat, they will still fail. So imagine you have this almighty power that, what do you call this, like a god, that, oh, I saw you cheating, all of you will be doomed to fail, so something like that. But if you see the goodness in them, that they are actually helping one another, even though they almost failed, you will still give them the chance to be redeemed, that they will pass the whole class because you see the effort of all of them. But you can actually appoint someone to be your spy or your actual observer. You see, you can say that, oh, I am appointing this guy because he is honest, or he or she is honest. So this guy will tell me, oh, are they cheating? while I'm not around, or are they actually doing good? Are they actually helping one another? I will give this specific person extra points for that. But if he or she is not honest, all of them will fail. So it's like uh all for one for all kind of thing. So you can do that, Sir Fabriciano, like uh, connect that Ohana terminology to your gamification, which is actually good. That's actually a good idea. You know, thank you for that. There we go.
Let's do a quick raffle draw
Ah, yes,
before
of course.
I throw in another question.
Dun, 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 dun.
So again, open for questions, comments,
Mhm.
suggestions.
Somewhat. Ang ganda naman ng name nun.
Napakaswerte natin.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Again, for the second time.
very lucky. Ayan, waiting. Hoping you win. Someone. Someone?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yun nga, sir.
finally.
Like, interesting yung name.
Finally, it's Jella
Jella,
Zuniga
congratulations.
Sebastian. So to claim your prize, please message me in LinkedIn. Ayan, before this live stream ends. Okay? Again, the raffle draw is exclusively for those who are with us right this moment. Okay, another possibly my question.
Yes, sir.
RJ, how can we gamify our live streams aside from this? Any suggestion?
Yun nga, sir. Number one, we can actually have like an exclusive server where they can meet all our speakers and guests uh, in a server. Like they can tag someone, sir, are you free? Can we have like an appointment? Can we talk about this kind of topic? But for those who are exclusive, who are continuously watching our live stream, like for example, I will set up a Discord server for us, for those who are interested to join the Discord server where you can talk to us directly, not in a live stream way. Like in our free time, we will set like once a week meeting with everyone. Hey guys, if you have any questions, uh, join us in our voice channel or come drop by. Or for example, I will stream my, they call this, commissions, doing Photoshop live on Discord, on so they can see how I work and stuff like that. We can gamify this for every person watching the live stream. Like for example, for 3 consecutive live stream you've been watching us, you will be given an opportunity to join our Discord server exclusively. And then you will also have the chance to join us backstage on our live streams. So you could have like uncut uh version of the live where you're not just watching through live stream on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. You can actually join us on backstage, so you can get a VIP experience where you can question us before and after the live stream. So we can have those kind of gamifications as well, like a reward system for those who are continuously supporting us. And oh yeah, exactly, Sir Fabriciano, we are also going like a referral. Yes, exactly, referral thing. That's what I already told Sir Joe Mark about this like a months ago. Months ago, the called freemium challenge, right? Some people with the most referral will get a free course from us or something. So exactly, who
Yeah,
has the
yeah.
most referral? So we will be implementing that soon. We're actually finalizing the concept.
Ayan, tama, no? Yeah, yeah, that is noted. And For those who are new to our community, our mission is basically simple, 'di ba? To share knowledge,
Mhm.
to be a blessing to everyone.
Yes.
And the challenge for us now, of course, nowadays and continuously is how can we help more people into digital creativity? How can we teach more students, of course, not only locally but globally? Ayan, thank you so
Yes.
much, Sir Fabriciano, and to Sir RJ, and for your comments. Okay, another raffle draw.
Yeah.
This time, please comment down MechaniWeb and comment down MechaniWeb.
Hashtag
Ah, another question pala. What are some of the yung mga nakita mo, Sir RJ, na nag-adapt ng gamification and nakwento nilang challenges they have encountered to you? What are those
Actually,
typically?
opo. Like, before, I've shared this method to some of my public teacher colleagues before, and they told me, "Sir, I've implemented your gamification process sa class, but the problem is, walang common ground yung class." Yun yung isa sa mga problems nila. Nahihirapan silang mag-check ng common ground for the students. Kasi some students know what Dota is, some students know what League of Legends is, but some of them actually are not aware of what these games are. So hindi nila mag-grasp yung design principle na ginagamit ng teacher. So sabi ko, "Sir, why not have a survey first?" 'Di ba? Have a discussion first. Ano yung mga nilalaro nila? Ano yung mga na-encounter nilang games na nilalaro always? So you can get those principles. Hanap ka muna ng common ground. What is their common ground when it comes to games? So you'll have to adapt your classroom setting in that specific games na lahat sila is nilalaro nila. So they will have like a better grasp dun sa or understanding dun sa ginagawa mong methodology. Some kasi is not aware of what kind of principle you are doing. Sinasabi nila, "Oh, sir, parang napaka-unfair sila. May ganitong idea kami, wala." So, to avoid that misconception, you have to babalik rin natin. Instead of mauuna yung setting your criteria or your goal, unahin mo muna yung feedback. It's a case-to-case basis. If that happens, ask feedback first, then ask feedback again at the end. So you'll have like a better understanding of your classes. So ayan, sir.
Ayan. So to our friends, to our viewers this afternoon, ayan, we're making this free for now. Of course, again, we want you to succeed, and we're sharing this to you how you can optimize your LinkedIn profile to attract career opportunities. So link is in the comment section. And this is also in support to Miss Virginia Bautista, who's struggling with uh, she has health difficulty for now, praying for his immediate recovery. Ayan.
Yes, sir.
And again, our public service never stops. We have upcoming Adobe Photoshop Essential Training. Please click the link for you to be reminded. Will be probably be held next year. Sunod-sunod yan. And ako naman ang taya.
Yes,
Next
sir.
week,
Next week.
I'll be sharing what we have realized, the lessons that we learned when doing online events. So this time with StreamYard, inviting you to join us in there. And probably some of you next year would be planning to
Mhm.
be a content creator, possibly.
Yes.
We'll be having a video editing live stream. Ayan. With Adobe Premiere Pro.
Pro.
Ayan. So, please click the link for you to be reminded. And as usual, of course, we always have raffle draws naman
Yes.
on all our events. Okay, so the winner for the hashtag MechaniWeb is
Talaga.
si Sir Fabriciano. So, ayan, congratulations Sir Fab. Kung
Congratulations.
nanalo ka na dati, I'm not sure if valid pa to sa'yo, but feel free to be a blessing din, no, to share
Mhm.
the subscription to someone else na possibly might find this beneficial too. Ayan. Okay, meron pa bang questions?
Ayan,
Again, if you
sir.
have, yung mga nahihiya, feel free to
Mhm.
message me, RJ, anytime. Ayan, most especially in LinkedIn. For me, I'm more responsive in LinkedIn. The messages in Facebook is overwhelming at times.
Yes.
Naiiwanan na. And yeah, for non-technical, inviting you to join our community. It's LinkedIn Local Philippines.
Philippines.
And finally, ayan, sa mga nag-register in the form, our winner for this afternoon is Eloisa
Espena.
Espena. So, hoping Eloisa is still there. Okay, and yeah, once more, thank you so much, Sir RJ.
Thank you so much, sir.
And again, sana we hope you learned something new. We hope we have inspired you to level up. And of course, if you have or you know someone or you yourself have a message or advocacy to share, we're inviting you to elevate your brand, your business brand, your personal brand by being our next knowledge and inspirer uh, for LinkedIn Local Philippines and digital creatives worldwide. Ayan. So, once more, thank you, Sir RJ. Any announcements
So, ayan,
from
sa
you?
mga listeners natin and watchers for the live stream, again, we have several events po lined up. Hope you join us again and watch for our announcement regarding our rewards system. I-ready na namin yan para
Ayan.
po maka-join kayo. Ayan.
Ayan. So, while I end this live stream, wag ka munang aalis. Don't leave us, Sir RJ, while I
Yes,
end
sir.
this live stream. So, again, thank you so much, everyone. Have a blessed weekend. And see you po next time. See you again on our next LinkedIn Local and Digital Creatives live streams.
Looking to make your first video? You don't need a big budget or fancy editing skills to make an effective tutorial, product demo, or training video. Simply record your screen and add a few effects. With Camtasia, you can make engaging videos quickly and confidently. Record anything on your computer screen: websites, software, webinars, presentations, or bring in your own files. Create engagement by adding callouts, animations, and transitions, or help your viewers follow along with built-in cursor effects. With a few clicks, you can customize the video to match your brand or style with intros, music, and lower thirds. End up with a professional-looking video your viewers actually watch. Then share directly to your favorite hosting site. With a Camtasia video, you get more viewer engagement and help your audience learn more effectively. Whether you have video experience or this is your first time making one, we give you everything you need to make a high-quality instructional video. Join millions of other Camtasia users and start creating great training videos today. If you need to share information with video, you need Camtasia.
We actually just used Adobe Express for one of our most visible engagements at the MetLife Stadium where the Giants and Jets play. And we actually got the opportunity to have Codehouse branding throughout the game. So on the big screens, on these giant pylons, and our creative director, Madison Mativier, who is a Howard grad, designed everything for us and utilized Adobe Express for that. So it was really a surreal moment to see it firsthand, like standing over you and see Codehouse in big letters on top. It was just an amazing thing. Marketing is really big for us, and we get a lot of our supporters, and we actually get a lot of our outreach to the students that we want to impact via social media. So all our social media campaigns, our newsletter, and all that will be utilizing Adobe Express for that as well.
Your video has a brand new hero, the cursor. Camtasia has always had advanced controls for your cursor, but with Camtasia 2022, we've vastly improved the cursor capabilities with cursor scaling and path editing. Camtasia 2022 allows you to bring new focus and engagement to your videos by replacing your computer's old, small cursor with one that you can scale up to nearly any size. No more blurry or pixelated cursors. And cursor path editing, an absolute game changer. If you don't like where you started or stopped your cursor during your recording, or you were moving it around too much while recording, you can completely change the way your audience sees your cursor's path. Or scrap your cursor's original path and easily make a new one from scratch. You can even take static images, like Snagit screenshots, and add a cursor path to draw your viewer's attention. Turn a still image into an animated demonstration that focuses attention in a more engaging way. Whether you have a screen recording or a screenshot, say goodbye to re-recording from cursor slip-ups. And the cursor is only the beginning. From the moment you open Camtasia 2022, you'll see the difference. A new home screen experience gives you quick access to essential resources. No more hunting for what you need. Tutorials, creation tools, assets, product support, it's all right here. And with new and improved Camtasia syncing, TechSmith Audiate makes editing audio and now video as easy as editing text in a document. As always, Camtasia 2022 allows you to send your audio to Audiate for editing, but now it's even better. Audiate can apply your audio edits and sync your new edits in the Camtasia video as well. You can now edit your videos as you edit your audio. There's no faster way to edit your video and create professional quality audio at the same time. Need some inspiration or a head start on your project? Camtasia 2022 now provides you with tons of new modern assets that are ready for you to combine and customize to match your style. This includes a brand new library stocked with tons of assets and animated elements. And we've added some new visual effects that will really take your videos to a whole new level. Add the new blend mode effect to completely change how your footage looks based on how it blends with the layer below it. Windows users will now see two new effects that Mac users have enjoyed for some time. Spotlight, which highlights the sections of the video you want users to focus on, and outline edges to make your content pop off the screen. Cursor scaling and path editing, Camtasia Home, Audiate syncing with your video, brand new visual effects, and those are just the headlines. But Camtasia 2022 is packed with awesome new features that will help you make better videos in less time. Every upgrade of Camtasia receives our Camtasia maintenance, which means next year's upgrade is free. Get Camtasia 2022 today.
100 Cameras is a nonprofit that was created in 2008, and what we do is we teach photography and storytelling to youth all over the world. Recently, we implemented a program in Bangalore, India, and it was incredible. We received the photographs back that the students take and all of the materials that they complete throughout the program, and just sort of see what they care about. There's beautiful details of flowers and green lush fields, and so being able to stitch together those images into a grid and share that as a collection, as a gallery, literally takes the click of a button. And for a really small team like ours, it's critical to be able to have a tool that connects our viewers and our supporters to the mission directly, and that's the students who participate in our programs.